Hey guys, Charles Osterlund here in Cabarete, Dominican Republic. And today we're going to talk about if it's even worth getting into the new sport of wing foiling. So basically, wing foiling has been around for many years, though in the last year or so, many people as well as companies have now began pushing this new sport. You've probably seen it, or you probably have not, though if you ever see someone flying one of these sort of wings right here that you can see upside down, then this is wing foiling. You can practice this sport on the sand, on a road, in the water, and on the snow, and probably anywhere else that you want to try to practice it. It is a sport that is a combination of surfing, windsurfing, stand-up paddleboarding, windsurfing, and a little bit of kitesurfing. So it's very interesting because it's quite dynamic, but it's not as complicated as someone might imagine getting into it. The sport can be practiced whether on a hydrofoil or not on a hydrofoil if you're doing it on water, though most of the people now are doing this all on hydrofoils just because the feeling and the sensation is insane. So is the sport worth it? Is it actually fun? Is it for everyone? Well, from what we've seen and what I've seen is that people of all ages, of all places in the world are getting into it, and for good reason. It's actually a lot of fun. It might look from the land cool, but maybe a little bit lame, though in reality this sport is just beginning and really has so many possibilities to develop it. Because you can not only wing foil on flat water, but you could also bring it into the waves. You can do freestyling, you can do downwinders, and there's endless opportunities and possibilities with this new sport. So for myself, I almost recommend anyone that's thinking about getting into the sport to actually try it. And if you're not sure, but you have the chance to try it, then try it. Though, if you're someone who hasn't done any water sports before, you might have a small learning curve initially, but in the end, I believe within a matter of hours and even days, you'll be up and riding with no problems. So yeah, the sport is definitely worth it. And Cabarete, as you can see, we're gonna turn around here, is one of those spots. Up here we have a foiler. I'm not sure if we're gonna catch that on the GoPro, but it's definitely one of those spots that is really worth it to learn any sport, especially that's in the water, but especially for windsurfing, this is like a paradise. Just because we have these perfect conditions that are nice and flat as well as windy. If you're gonna get into wing foiling, it's recommended to get lessons and learn in good conditions, not in really light wind conditions, because then you're gonna be focusing more on technique to get up and riding instead of, it's gonna be more technical. So ideally, if you're gonna learn how to wing foil, you wanna go with a school or an instructor, as well as go into good conditions. But that would be for another video. So in this case, is it worth wing foiling and learning it and doing it and getting into it? The answer is yes.